Hello everyone, can you see my screen? I hope so. There's a little bug there, so I hope it works. Hello everyone, can you see my screen? Oh, I can hear myself. Oh, this is window open. Oh my god. Still, I'm a human being, I'm not AI, so mistake happens. This is good. At least I'm showing what I want to show here. Nobody's here yet, so welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Paris. I've been talking about AI and art technology for the past year, and recently, actually for the past half a year, I've been really diving into the concept of taste. I'm not the first person who talk about taste, of course, but I think I'm the one of the first person to dive deep into this concept and really try to develop more like, at the beginning I had 3 videos I made after talking with AI and then do research and read books about a lot of resources I've been digging into, because I am just generally really interested in this topic, because I think I'm I can say I'm an ADHD person. I do have problem to focus, so I'm looking for all kinds of way to help myself focus and developing the sense of clarity on the things I'm interested in, because I have multiple interests and always looking for new fresh thing to express myself, which is really the core why I'm really into the concept of having the taste and having your own campus when you are in this infinite answer, infinite image, the world that constantly give you simulation. And this is one way that I can help myself. And I want to use the chance on my YouTube channel, on the videos I'm creating in the future, the series of video I'm working on right now, to actually help people to find their own campus and to cope with the world and being creative, find a way to really express their deep voice. I think that's what I'm trying to do here. And I know I'm not tracing the trend online, so a lot of times I can tell that my audience, it's really hard for the algorithm to find my audience. That's also a very interesting concept I'm being experimenting, because at the same time I'm developing another channel just doing one topic and keep doing the same thing, and obviously that one is growing like more than this channel, but it's okay because it's all experiment for me at this time. But over the years I realized it is really important to have one. If you have multiple interests, but you need to develop this particular lens to talk about the ideas or the thoughts you have, you'll be more focused, which I'm not good at for a very long time. So having this particular lens that I wanted to help myself to develop will eventually become this whole archive of things that I want to share. In terms of archive, I have to share a really important thing and a very surprising, exciting thing that I find online. Recently, the Maison Margiela shared their entire folder of archives online. Everyone can download from this Dropbox link. I left it here. If you don't know and if you're interested, you have to go take a look. It's so fascinating. The fact they're sharing this whole folder of like this. The whole concept is they are reviewing, like through exploration of physical and digital archive materials, 4 households are brought into focus across a series of exhibitions and experiences taking place throughout China in April 2026. So the project will begin with our fall-winter 2026 show in Shanghai. These 4 selected households, blah, blah, and they're actually showing what's inside. I will show a little bit. The link look like this. It's like a random project. It's a project that share with you the whole the branding concept and the exhibition, all the photos and presentations. You can look into it. I have it right here. We can take a look at some of the things. They have their logo, the archive, printed archive, all these really beautiful images and videos like this. So cool. Like this material, no way we can get it before, no? Like they're just sharing all this amazing photo for people to, you can share it, you can use it. I think you can use as inspiration or even some kind of references for your own projects. Digital archive. Yeah, all these images. I downloaded, I was like really excited about it. I went to the Maison Margiela exhibition in Tokyo last 2 years ago. It was such a beautiful exhibition. When you see the real pieces, right, in the room with the atmosphere and the dark room and the material, it's just breathtaking. And then when you see things like this, or this archived video, and then they have this explanation. Look at this. This is the whole look they're sharing. And the amenity, it's like kind of makes sense, the whole mask thing. They want to make it mysterious and ominous, and then giving people this mysterious vibe. It's very Maison Margiela. So in initial research from the archive, they're giving the original photo, like this, all these little elements of the exhibition. I don't know how you feel about it. For me, it's definitely like feel like review the secret. And then at the same time, I feel like, am I loving this brand even more or less? At this moment, I feel like I do want to see the show, but some part of the mysterious code, like the secret sauce, the secret code is kind of gone. So I'm not too sure how I feel about right now. At the moment, at the beginning, it's definitely excitement. Because when you see things like this, you feel like, wow, look at all these pictures. And then you can look at the whole collection as if you were like a team member for it. And then you can use all these resources to create your own thing. You get inspired by it. So it makes me think in the age of AI, how luxury brands like Maison Margiela is actually showing all this archive thing to every single person in the world to access to it. Means the process, the secret, the bar is no longer there. And if everyone can replicate brand DNA with AI, I'm pretty sure they know that. And what's the big deal to show? You know, they wanted to show the process. It's more important for people to look into the whole archive and the whole process, how it works, and what's their brand DNA. All this before they have the show. Maybe eventually every single luxury brand will start to actually do that. I don't know. And then when all the brands started showing their folders like this, Dropbox like this, how we choose to use the material become very important. And how each individual access to the material, like when you have the access to the material, how you use it in the future, how it affects your taste in the future, also very important. So What do you think? Like, yeah, like I said, the only way to stay relevant is to lean into the human process to review the secrets. So if they want to, that's actually the whole today's live I want to focus to talk about. It's this, how the concept of this taste have been evolving before long time ago, 1970s and 80s, 90s, and now to the age that I don't even think this word is accurate anymore. I have so many arguments with, I asked ChatGPT the other day to argue with me. I think this is what I find very fascinating and useful thing to use AI. That's what I find is, maybe you guys can try, is to use AI to argue with you as different role. If you act like a technologist and argue with me about the concept taste and why I think this is important, and act like futurist or act like economic, like financial advisor, whatever role that you want ChatGPT to, or investor, for example, you want ChatGPT or any kind of AI model to give you the suggestion, or just like having this conversation with you that poke your thoughts and keep arguing with you. And then for me, that's really helpful to make me focus on what I truly wanted to say. I'm aiming for people, as I doing this more, I think more people will get what I truly wanted to talk about. Like, I think I just have this live disconnected. So before the live was having more people coming in, but now it's, I don't know, how it works, I have no idea, but it seems not working. So now not many people talk to me, but that's not important. I think eventually, I hope to have more people argue with me on this topic because it's so important. If just imagining I have like this perfect example. When you were in the thrifting store, you have infinite colors, fabric, all this kind of silhouettes or clothes that are in front of you. What make you choose certain pieces? And then when you get back home, look at all the pieces. Did you find you get that piece because of the brand, the color, or is it make you feel like, oh, this is something I really want, it really fit my style? It's the same thing when you're online, when you see the infinite access to even high brand folder like this. Yes, for me, I take it. I want to take it. I'm taking it for a reason. I want to use it as reference, and then to think about the concept taste, and I want to use it as a material, like study material in the future, to kind of support my argument. But maybe a lot of people taking this, the folder, download it, sitting at the desk, but not really looking at, or some people get intimidated to look at all these looks and then feel kind of discouraged when they're a fashion designer. They find it overwhelming when they look at things like this. Or in the opposite, some people download this kind of folder and feel super inspired and create even better look than that. There all depends, like the same material, same world we're living in, same information, and same access. What direction we're taking and what kind of life, what kind of creation we're doing in the future, it's completely up to us. That's my take. And yeah, so I'm here, my job for the next couple of years, I think I find my true calling, which is I want to share with everyone. And I think everyone should be able to find this sitting in this very comfortable, and I feel good about it because I finally have something I want to dive deep into with all my thoughts and resource and time that I have to develop this system or idea. Then I can share with everyone. So every single video I want to make right now, you will be based on training for taste. It's like a development for my own taste and for everyone else's taste. And I'll show you a book I find. Before the book I find, I want to show you this one of the video I found today. It's this girl I like. She's talking about a lot of like a history lectures online. It's not boring because she reads a lot of academic books, which I don't have time to read. I like YouTube videos like this. I feel like I can learn a lot from this kind of video. I can see how other people analyzing textbooks, academic books that I have zero time to read. And I sometimes even want to argue with it about it. I want to share my own opinion about it. She actually talked about her own opinion on taste, which is opposite with my opinion. I don't feel intimidated. I just find it very interesting, so I want to share with you.
And they asked me for my Pinterest and asked me for my source of consumption. Because when people are thinking about wanting to acquire a taste that they wish to possess, they equate taste to this formula. First of all, as I've stated, probably in like 5 videos and constantly on my Twitter that people get really upset for on Twitter for some reason, I do not use Pinterest. I do not use Pinterest. In my opinion, my personal opinion, taste is not something you intentionally look for. It's not something to be explicit about at all. I equate it to, like Herbert Reed, intuition. It's an intuition absorbed from how you live, how you conduct yourself, your values, how you were brought up. It is an output of your way of being. And if you're cultivating your way of being based on a digital slop algorithm of aesthetics that has been programmed to base your consumption and living habits on the basis of envy, of seeing visual materialism, I'm just not going to take you seriously. Taste is not something explicit. There is no formula. There's no steps of obtaining it. And it's not even something to be discussed at all, in my personal opinion. There is nothing to discuss. There is nothing to obtain. There's nothing you need to, like, train. Because what are you training? How to live? Herbert Reed basically claims that this lack of taste, a lack of having intuitive aesthetic sensibility when creating art or writing or just living in general, just comes from a faulty education, primarily a flawed system of Western.
Okay, if you're interested, you can take a look at her video. Well, it was so funny. I was like hanging clothes while I'm like playing this video on the background as a podcast. And I was like, what is she talking about? And then I was like, at the beginning, I feel kind of intimidated. I was like, what do you mean it's not for training? And then I sit there, I start to think about her point of view, and I get, okay, we come from kind of different perspective. Because when I talk about taste, when she's talking about taste, is she's talking about when people are asking her outfit and the way she's like curating things they like, what she does. They want to know the source of inspiration she get from, so they want to see her Pinterest board. And then she doesn't really have a Pinterest board because I think she lives in a way with her gut intuition, as she mentioned. So she was saying, like, you can memorize every art moment, fashion designer, but that is just data, and taste is an intuitive gut reaction, come from your specific soul and environment. If you train it based on what an algorithm or how to have a quiet luxury guide tells you, you're not developing taste, you're just performing mimicry, which I get it. Like, I think a lot of people misunderstood what really the taste is, because when you think about, I say, I only listen classical music, and people like, oh, you have good taste. That's outdated. That's already pretty, like, sounds a very old way to talk about taste. When I talk about taste, is this concept of what you know, when to stop and when to not, when to say no, and when to start to develop your own path based, like, not the path that someone else already walked through. So I believe in this AI age of AI, because of there's infinite access to education, knowledge, all these things that we long time ago there no access to it, or as this book was talking about, all this access before long time ago, it was a status quo. It was only for rich people to get access to. So when you're born in a poor family, you don't have access to art, to music, or that's when the taste, this word started. But that's not the same word anymore when you think about nowadays, because the access is blurred. Maison Margiela has shared a whole photo of the whole fashion exhibition that everyone can access to it. And if everyone can access to the same knowledge, and you don't have any bar to create images as you whatever you like, say you can dedicate yourself a couple hours a day to learn some kind of knowledge or education that you have to pay the tuition for maybe $20,000 per year. That's no longer exist anymore. That's what a lot of people say. The school, the community, all these kind of courses are more for like people to get together to share knowledge together. But for a lot of people who literally just want to receive the knowledge, to get a higher education, or only listen certain kind of music that can train your taste, for example, that access is even equal for so many people, unless you don't have internet, you don't have AI there. So for me, why I think this word taste should be updated to another word. I just don't know what should be the word, which is like, it's driving me crazy, because I think if you guys have any idea, please share with me, because I really believe there should be another updated word for it. It's not about just about aesthetics. Sorry, I got too excited talking. It's just not just about the beauty anymore. You know what I mean? Because you can have pretty bad taste, but you have this really great idea to create a new innovative tool, or that is your taste. But you have to know that's your taste, and you have to dive deeper into that lane, and then create, like I said, like taste supposed to be reflection of the self, using training manual efficiency cues the very thing that makes taste real. Like it's have to make sense. That thing you're developing, it's have to be new, and you have to keep going for it, and it creates this new thing in the world that which is not existing yet. I think in the near future, everyone have the access to create something new. That's my theory. And it's not about classes anymore. It's about not dividing who has better, who has worse, because the access is even. So I think that's what I believe. And then also, she views taste more as sensitivity, a way to moving through the world rather than a set of rules. You cannot train a sensibility. You can only possess it to or develop it through long term. Yes, I agree with that. Unforced interaction with the world. I do agree with that. That's why I think I cannot just explain this concept and then making 3-4 video and explain the whole thing, and then saying that I have helped people train their taste. That's not right. That's why I'm trying to develop a long form of video and then hundreds of short video. Whatever things I'm talking about is through this lens of using my own campus. My own campus is talking about how everyone should have their own taste to develop their own path of work, like build their career. I just don't know if this career, this word, is also the career that we're talking about now, because everything is changing. The other day I also saw a video, I forgot who was talking about, like, I think a lot of people have heard about this, that if you want a stable life in 2026, then forget about it. Don't even think that stable, this word, gonna exist in a couple of years, because there is no stable word. Everything is constantly changing. You have to adapt it, like, with everything that you have, with all your mind. You have to figure out how to focus, but without losing touch of what is happening around us. Cannot escape the internet world and then live somewhere. You can if you want, but if you don't want to left behind, if you were thinking about a career in the future, it has to be somehow connected to the internet. It's not gone, it's not disappeared yet. And why this whole training thing is the sensibility we have while we're watching infinite things online, or while we're living our real experience in life. You have to constantly notice the thing. You have to constantly set yourself out like as outsider and look at things in a different perspective, but then express everything through the same lens. I think that's the way to build your own path in this world. Eventually, if you're constantly doing that same thing over and over, I believe you will find your taste, your lens. Then your career, your skill, the ability, your knowledge, everything is built up eventually. That becomes the ladder to your dream job or the dream thing that people wanted. I don't even know what kind of skill in the near future, in 5 years, say 5 years, what is the skill that people wanted? I don't know. That's also something I want to discuss here. But if we can, everyone discovered this intuitive gut feeling of what we're good at, what we wanted to express, what kind of thing that only we can do. And then if each of us keep developing that skill, maybe one day, some of us will develop new job title. You never know. Then that new job title, it's you created. And then actually recently I saw some of my friends like trying to develop this not app, or like a concept idea of, after using AI, how they interpret the world of living the AI age of AI. And I don't want to reveal too much. I'm not sure if he want me to talk about this, but I really like to see how people using like a 3D model or some different kind of like tools to express their vision for the future, and then their interpretation of the change. Because how we cope with the changes, each individual cope with this change is very important. I think, like, for example, I also see someone using like AI to create this link. It's a very simple link, but the idea is very interesting. Start curating your bouquet with links. So what you can do is you paste some kind of link, say this video, I wanted to paste in here, and you add it, and it become the link here, and then you put like a bunch of links together. You save it and share with the people you want to share with. This concept is very interesting, and I've never seen something like that before. I think someone used like a vibe coding for this. This is when I talk about taste. I think this is a pretty interesting taste project. It's very simple, but it shows a very unique perspective, and it's not something that I've ever seen it before. And you can change flower too, like there's all kind of flower you can change, and you can also change the background color. It becomes like very bold statement. It's also, you can, like personalize it with the different colors and add more links, and you send this link to someone you care about, or maybe a couple of songs that you like and you wanted to share with your friend or your lover. It's very cool. Like, of course, I still love real thing. I have another example that I find is like a pretty interesting taste. I got this present by my friend for my birthday. I really, really love it. So it's like a little case. It looks like a chocolate bar when we open it. It's a jewelry box. It's so cute. I love things like this. And I think as you like express your own style, and then after with your friends for a long time, and they start to realize what are your tastes, what do you like, and then the gift people give to each other is even more close to what you want, because you're just sharing your own taste with each other, and then the conversation you have also shares that the perspective, your what's your preference, and then what you keep talking about, what kind of unique taste do you have. Your friend will get it, but most of the time I find even your friends get it. Sometimes people don't really get it by themselves. You don't really know exactly what you like, and that's something I think we should learn to develop, that skill to realize what you truly like. It's so important in the future. Trust me, this is something you have to train and you have to know. I will show you another example that I find is not fascinating. It's really weird. I don't think it's considered as a good taste, more like it is AI's law, but it is also interesting to discuss. I'll show you. So this is some I saved in here. This is an AI singer. The music video, okay, you have to see it. It's really strange. What is this? I don't claim a crown, I just guard my skin. Words too loud, so I lock it within. Oh, yeah. Anger in my chest, but I breathe it slow. I'm a quiet storm that you'll never control. So look like 70s, 60s, 60s, 70s Hong Kong movie star, and but sing this kind of pop music, rap pop music. It's very AI feeling, and then I just find it's not really like, the reason why I'm sharing here is because I think it is considered as an AI as well, but at the same time it's pretty interesting. We won't see it soon, I think, in the future. But something like this AI generated, I really love. I think this kind of video, for me, it considered as good taste. It's unique, and then if you think about all this Maison Margiela, all these kind of brands, they create that kind of exhibition, it will be really outstanding. But it's really it's kind of impossible to create actual exhibition like that. But you can create concept video like that. I don't know who made that video. Let's see who created this. I think it's an individual artist. Yeah, AI artist. Yeah, there's one individual artist create this whole scene, which it probably would take the whole team to create this long time ago. So this kind of video, this kind of artist, I really love, because it gives you this different perspective. Doesn't mean, please don't get me wrong, like when I see things like that, if before I will feel like, oh, why I can't make something like this? You probably, if you're artist or if you're a digital creator, you maybe, when you see things like that, you feel intimidated. But the whole point of me talking about this taste training is about not to feel intimidated by other people's creation. Because if you know what is your lens, you can dive deep into that one direction, you won't feel intimidated because you will be seeing this as either reference or inspiration to how to use certain thing to bring to your own taste creation. And you don't want to just copy other people's work because there's no point to copy. You can easily copy anyone's work with AI, but it is not easy to create your own original taste work, which is everyone need to develop over the time. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy for me to develop the whole training course or the concept, in the future probably videos and all things around my theory and concept, because I think it is important to express and to communicate that to everyone. It's not going to be easy because it takes time to research, to read, to dive deep. And that is also not something AI can do. Because you can ask AI to train you how to make me have better taste. I'm pretty sure AI will give you infinite answers, but that's not based on my experience. It's not from my lens. And also, I don't think it works in a certain way. Like this girl said, I don't deny, if you just want to copy someone's taste, go in someone's Pinterest board and be like, I'm going to dress like this from now on. Over time, you get bored with it because that's not really you. It maybe can elevate your taste a little bit. Maybe you can learn how the color works in certain images. Maybe the kind of like combination of silhouettes this person choose, the structure of the fashion style they use. But those things, maybe you can learn over time, but you still need a system to learn, not just from a couple of Pinterest boards. And she was also talking about this, like, once in a while, on Instagram, TikTok, people start talking, 2026 will be like 2016. And then this nostalgic images start to pop up, everything start to look the same. And then what they try to do is to grab people's attention to feel this nostalgic feeling. And then you start to get trapped into this belief that's how it works. But it is not. It used to be like that. People are easy to fall into that. But this trending thing will be gone soon as well. Everyone will start to have their own original idea, their own beliefs, and then it's not going to be easy to create trend anymore. That's what I think. Please argue with me if you think it's wrong. So we're officially in the era of hacking your taste, between AI generating high art in seconds and luxury houses sharing their source code in Dropbox. Old class lines are blurring. Identity is how you curate the noise and how you find your true self. I'm pretty sure after, let's say, a year from now, we'll come back to this concept and let's see what have changed. I think I'm right. If you're interested, you can also see the PDF book here and give it a read. It's a pretty dry reading, but it's very interesting. I'm only on the page 10 right now, so I'm not gonna talk about it as if I read everything. The concept is there, and then the videos here. I have all the archive here. I'm actually sharing archives here on. I mean, the reason why I'm doing live streaming like this is I'm definitely not chasing the trend. I'm definitely not to work the algorithm favor for this live streaming. But I truly believe this archive is very important in the near future, because as I go back and look at what I care about, it's actually helped me training my own taste and help me figure out what have shifted, and then what I cared about is very important to develop my own career. I'll use this as an example while I'm doing the short video as well. Yeah. Oh my God, I talk like 40 minutes straight. I can talk more, but nobody talk to me. I will also make this video into long video, formal video, because I still believe this is a really important thing to talk about. I will continue to talk about it every week. I'll come here I'm figuring maybe the timing is not right, so maybe I'll do it in the morning and just try to see which one works better in terms of audience volume. And because I've been unlisted some of my really old videos, so maybe that also messed up with the algorithm. But anyway, I'll be back, and hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, please subscribe my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.